What's going on, guys? Still here. And today we're taking a look at the new Strv 122B PLSS. I don't exactly know what PLSS means, but basically it's got a little Wall-E type thing on top. Sort of, or actually kind of more like R2-D2 when he's in the X-Wing and like the little pod or whatever, the A-Wing. I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars guy, so correct me if I'm wrong. But the way that it works is it is bound to the turn on and off radar key for some reason, rather than when you just open up your binocular view, it raises. You can see the little barrel type thing. It's actually really interesting because that is literally the only difference. There's no ammunition or nothing, just this. However, if you are playing Sim, because I know a lot of people would probably like to take this out in Sim to use this advantage, when you raise the scope, it also raises your view that you can see from. I actually believe I do this here in a minute. As you can see, it's up right now, and it gives you a pretty decent height advantage. So you can kind of peek behind ridges with it, or like hard cover, like on city maps and whatnot, and get a pretty good view of what you're seeing without really revealing yourself. I bet this would be really useful in Sim on maps like Maginot and stuff, where there's a lot of little hills that you can hide behind and just poke out the little optic. Originally, I thought they were going to get a 122 with laser warning, but it doesn't have laser warning. It is pretty much identical to the 122A. Now that they've changed the name, it is actually STRV 122A and STRV 122B. So armor-wise, I'm pretty sure they are exactly the same, except I heard that the 122B has some sort of mine plating on the bottom. Although I thought the A had that as well. They could have removed it, I don't know. But yeah, pretty much identical tanks, identical ammunition, identical mobility, just a funny little optic. So there's really not much else to go on the vehicle other than that Sweden now basically has two Leopard 2s that are more heavily armored than the German counterpart. Although I haven't tried testing it yet, but I am curious to see if the 2A6 can actually go clean through this extra add-on armor, because if that is the case and all this extra add-on armor isn't really useful when fighting NATO MBTs, because they all have an upgraded round now, except for the French, but they already had a pretty good round to begin with. So yeah, also towards midway through this, I die very soon here, and I get into the SK-60B with the RBO-5A missiles, which I'm actually going to do a video separate on the SK-60, just a quick little video, because the RBO-5A missile is actually kind of interesting. They also did just change, as of today of recording this, that the rockets that it gets will fire single rather than double, so it actually has a little bit of a higher chance to kill things. It has a weird firing order for the rockets, but again, when I do a video on it, it's going to be its own video, so I'll touch all of that when that happens. So pretty much just playing aggressively here on Rhine. This isn't exactly the map to use it on, but this was my best game. Every other game was, again, the same old with pretty much every other video I've made on a new vehicle so far. It's just patch week. It's all going to be the same. So getting enjoyable, good games is going to be really hard right now, considering we're all playing on these small maps with full lobbies packed to the brim with server and whatnot, server issues and whatnot. So yeah, there's still really good tanks, don't get me wrong. I was corrected in a comment on the podcast that I uploaded the other day that the 122s, both of them, should be firing the same ammunition that's on the CV90-120, which is the same ammunition that is fired by the Ariete. So technically both the 122s could receive a better round, albeit DM33 is pretty sufficient for everything you're firing at, considering you do have the best armor in the game of any NATO MBT. And I screwed up that shot, and two more came around the corner, so yeah, I shouldn't have pushed. I was a little bit more confident in my shot, but as you can see in the beginning, server issues were a pain when I was recording these clips. So yeah, just pop into the SK60 here with the RB05As, which I have bug reported to Gaijin. They are similar to the AS30 Nord on the Mirage, which has inverted controls to every other AGM in the game. The AGM 12B, 12C, and AS20 Nord all have proper controls. So the way mine are set up is that I fly with the mouse. I use the mouse wheel to zoom in if I'm, depending on how I have to guide it in terms of like threats from the ground or the air. And I use the arrow keys to guide. As you can see, I thought I could like maybe be cheeky. These go really fast, and I probably shouldn't have launched it like that. But considering they don't really have any anti-air, I had a little bit more free reign than I thought. And here again, you'll see me just barely kill, or basically I just missed the AMX-40 because of the inverted controls. So for when I guide AGM 12Bs, 12Cs, and AS20 Nords, the down key, or the arrow keys, the down key goes down, the up key goes up, and left and right go left and right. However, for this one, even when you click invert controls to purposely invert them to how I'm used to them, it doesn't actually work. So up is down and down is up. And I was trying to apologize to my squad mate there, who I didn't save, and I took a stinger to the ass, which, funny enough, I don't know how I'm alive, but I am, and I'm just going to pretty much bleed out the tickets of the game and not J out or anything. So I actually took a stinger. So this little thing could kind of tank, which is awesome. I love this plane. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the 122B PLSS. It's just the same tank with a goofier optic. Try it out in Sim. Try it out in RB. See what you guys think. Is it worth grinding? Hell yeah. The Swedish tree is fun, albeit expensive. But yeah. That's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stu Wolf. I'll see you all next time.